Indeed, my name is Mikko Hypponen. I am the Chief Research Officer for F-Secure, and I've spent the last 26 years hunting hackers. 26 years of hunting hackers and trying to protect people's online security and online privacy. Which really doesn't mean that in the beginning it wasn't about online security and online privacy. It was about security and privacy because this internet thingy wasn't really commonplace when I started malware analyses in the beginning of the 1990s. But we're all very lucky to be alive during this time in mankind's history, because we got to see the internet revolution. And it is a revolution because we are the first generations in mankind's history who are able to communicate virtually anywhere in the world. For the first time, distances doesn't matter. For the first time, geography doesn't matter. And we'd like to think that borders don't matter anymore. But it turns out that borders still exist. Even on the internet, the borders are still there. In the happy first years of the internet boom, it looked like we have one world and all the conflicts are a thing of the history because we have now this internet generation. But I guess we've now woken up and realized that the borders are actually there and they still do matter. So the TCP/IP protocol, which is the foundation of the internet, was developed in Stanford University and released in December 1969. I was born in October 1969, so I am older than the internet. All right? That's how old the real revolution started with the web and then with the smartphones. So today, everything is online, and geography is just a thing on a map. Computers don't care where you are. Phones and tablets don't care where you are. We have a new paradigm. And the next revolution is starting right now. This revolution has been about computers and related devices like smartphones going online. The next revolution is everything else going online. Yes, the connected devices revolution, or the IoT revolution. The IoT revolution actually really started from factories and from ICS, industrial control systems. If you look at companies like Siemens, they started building factory automation already in the 1960s. But right now, the way I think about IoT is that any device that we used to plug into the electricity grid, we will now be plugging in to the internet grid. So, if it uses power, it will be online. And this revolution will happen whether we like it or not. There's nothing we can do to prevent this. There's multiple huge forces leading us into this direction. And you will be having IoT devices in your home. Even if you don't like the idea, you will not have any other option. And as this revolution goes through, the internet itself will disappear. The internet will disappear. 30 years from now, nobody will be speaking about the internet. Because the internet will be everywhere. And everybody and every device will always automatically assume that they can get connectivity and connect to anywhere in the world. This will become the norm. And after that, we don't speak about the internet. It's going to be as normal as the air we breathe. We don't think about the air we breathe. We just assume it's there. And the same thing is happening with the internet. And one thing that worries me about this revolution where everything goes online is that the digital devices that we use have a fairly short lifespan. What's the oldest application you use? It's probably not too old because digital products rot. They don't work forever. They need constant support, they need updates and patches, and the vendors behind them will not support them forever. Eventually they will release a new version and the old version is no longer supported and you have to use a new version or a different product. Now imagine the same thing with I don't know, your car or your washing machine. How many decades will a vendor supply updates and patches for your washing machine or for your car? 10 years, 20, 30, 40? We have some tough questions ahead of us. And we saw an example of this 2 weeks ago when the largest or the second largest cloud service on the planet, Amazon Web Services, had an extended outage. And many of the cloud services we use and many IoT services we use Amazon. So for example, some ovens didn't work because Amazon was down. What the hell? Ovens which won't work because a cloud service is down. So we do have big challenges ahead of us. And governments are clearly entering this new arms race of offensive use of internet technologies, or, if you will, cyber arms race. We see sabotage online done by governments. We see espionage online done by governments. And this new world of social networks means that individual citizens can be targeted with tailor-made messages, which can lead to things like affecting the outcome of elections. And the fact that Russia tried affecting the outcome of the presidential elections in the biggest superpower on the planet is a pretty big deal. It is a pretty big deal. But this is the world where we live today. This is the world of the cyber arms race. Welcome to the cyber arms race. Thank you very much.